What's up, guys? This is Dax in the Ask Dax show, where you send me questions and I answer them. So if you have a question and you haven't been on the show yet, make sure that you send an email below to my email address where I answer the questions. Make sure it's maybe like 4 sentences, short paragraph, real specific, and I'll answer it in a video if I like it. Okay, so let's get into the question for today. Okay, one of our viewers says, I went from being the only artist in my shop to one of 5. Awesome. That means there's growth in the shop, which is a good sign. The newer artists have styles that appeal to the owner, so in his eyes, I am now at the bottom of the ladder. I think it's mainly because I started in '95 and the styles were very different back then. I used to be one of the only tattooers in my area that did portraits, but compared to an artist down the street, my portraits are severely lacking. The other artists in the shop tell clients to go down the street if they want a portrait because he is the best in the area. Okay, man. First off, I think it's great that you jumped into portraits, and I appreciate you sending me the question. I can totally understand how not having support by, your circle of influence, the artists and your mates in your shop, doesn't feel very good, and not having tattoos doesn't feel very good either. I've totally been there. So based on what you said, man, I can understand a few things. I can understand that maybe you're kind of in a rut. You're not growing, okay? If you don't do better portraits than the next person, what that means is you gotta grow. You gotta invest into doing better portraits. I got a portrait course that teaches you new stuff. It gives you new insights, new inspiration, regardless if you already do portraits or if you're just basics. That might help you. If you don't want to do that, I got coaching on portraits. Maybe you just need that extra jump if you do great portraits. But you got to be real with yourself. If your portraits are garbage, then maybe it's time that you learn how to do great ones, okay? You got to be real with yourself, and you got to be willing to grow. Learn to be comfortable with stepping out of your comfort zone, okay? That's what that artist down the street had to do great portraits, and that's what you need to do. He's probably been in your situation where he was the person getting passed by. Well, the only person that's going to change that is you, man. And once you start doing that, and these artists are going to pick up on that. They're going to see you give out a different energy when you want to grow, and you desire, and you're passionate about growing out and doing something about your current situation. You might be stuck thinking with a negative thought about this happens, this is sucking. Maybe it's time to flip that and think about, this is where we are. How do I make it better? I'm going to grow. I'm going to invest into education. I'm going to do more portraits. Even if I got to give them for free, I'm going to learn. I'm going to get this thing down, and I want a piece of the pie. I want to get better. I want these people coming out for portraits to come to me rather than the next guy. That's what I want. And if you want that, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to step out, and that's what I'd recommend, man. Jump into one of my programs, see what it does for you, or just do it on your own, but step it the fuck up. You got to step out of your comfort zone. You got to get juice, and you got to want it. You really got to want it. That's the thing, is if you don't really want it, you're going to have to deal with your current situation, I'm trying to help you overcome this, and that's what you're going to have to do. And the thing is once your artists start to see that new energy and feel that new energy in you, they're going to see your results. They're going to see that you really want that, and maybe even communicate with them that you want that as well. Let them know your goals and have them hold you accountable to becoming that guy. Let them know, dude, I want you guys to refer those portraits to me. And I know maybe that dude does them better, but watch me, help me, hold me accountable to doing the work so that I can be as good as that guy or better. That way you guys can refer them to me and feel comfortable about it. That's what you need to communicate to them, and that's what you need to do, man. So I hope that this message was of value for you. Let me know how it goes. And if you got any questions, send me an email at askdaxquestions@gmail.com. That rhymed. That's awesome. And also, all you other viewers, if you have questions don't feel hesitant to send them in. askdashquestions@gmail. My address is below. Also, check out my new book, The Savage Way. The link's below. We've been getting great feedback for that. That doesn't specifically go into portraits, but some of the techniques and stuff can be used for portraits. This is for realism, black and gray realism in general. I show you a different style, a different way to start your tattoos, and everything from shading techniques to white application to inks to recommendations to skin types and everything. Check out the link. You'll be able to see the page and all the features of the book. It's downloadable, so you don't have to wait in the mail, shit like that. Anyway, that's the end of this Ask Dax episode. If you feel that this was a great episode and you know somebody that might benefit from it, make sure to share this video with it. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my newsletter on my website. Check out my free blog. Great content there. And stay tuned for next week. Peace.